Pro Recap. For Block Party Brawl, I'm James Lawrence III.
And I'm Latino Craziee.
And I'm Perry Davidson.
And Stonehand Slater Wallace.
Let's start off with the first match. Who's got it?
I guess I'll take this one, James. I'll be the professional one here.
Two of your favorites.
Did you even say what the show was?
I said it's Block Party Brawl.
Okay, I'm making sure, alright? I worry about you. Sometimes you go off
We just
on a
started.
tangent.
Don't get.
Hey, the first match of the night was James's favorite guy in the world, P.A. Bone. And he took on Gabe the Brave Juarez. James, what does the P.A. stand for, P.A. Bone?
So far, it's been pretty awful.
Pretty awful Bone took on Gabe the Brave Juarez. And, well, just that title really went through the whole show. Gabe the Brave, he strong-armed poor P.A. Bone pretty much the whole match. Threw him around, he slammed him in the corner, and ultimately he took home the win. Poor P.A. Bone.
You pretty much beat him down like you owed him money.
Yeah.
That's all you got? No puns or stereotypes?
For once you're on Gabe's side?
No.
Taking the side of the face?
No.
What's wrong?
I'm on my side.
This side's always the right side.
Exactly.
In this
And
case,
he's
left.
left.
Good call, Craig.
Barry, why don't you just take it out so we can ignore this?
Mr.
Not a
Perry.
problem. The second match of the evening was Devon Fury taking on Warfare Jeremy Hadley. Being in the match, Hadley started off by chasing around Fury around the ring a few times. The guy in the ring had a good showing, good form against him until Jamie Christ just came out to the ring and hit Hadley in the head with a head of lettuce while the ref was distracted. Giving time for Devon Fury to slap a DDT on Hadley. 1, 2, 3, that's it.
Despicable. What is up with that guy and all that lettuce?
Christ is
Who's
really
paying
getting
for
in,
this?
Hadley had to have said something to make him that angry to bring lettuce into the picture.
So you're saying if you make somebody angry, it's okay for them to interfere in your match?
Weapons can happen. It was outside. Who knew?
Weapons?
What is lettuce? What?
Have you ever been hit with the head of lettuce?
No.
It might be loaded or something.
And our next match was Crime and Punishment against Gabe the Brave and Seaman. Their special manager was Cujo. And again, Gabe was out there showing his strength and power, beating him up pretty good. And Seaman got in there, and he has, quite the style of wrestling, which is very impressive. He's all over the place.
He knows Lucha Libre. That's what he said.
I guess that's what he. If that's what he says, folks, I guess that's what he knows.
I don't know. That's what he said.
Well, why'd you say it if you don't know?
He, Nick and Punisher, they're Cujo from the outside helping him beat him up, and he's beating him up, and finally, C-Man gets over there to get the tag. He gets the tag. The ref's distracted, of course. Tank gets in there, starts chopping him. Gabe's beating him, and then all of a sudden, the ref's pushing him out of the ring, and Punisher and Dallas are in the back. Over there in the corner, give him the big pile driver. 1, 2, 3. Gabe couldn't get back in to save the cover. He was holding on to, Cujo was holding on to Gabe's foot, holding him down. And that was pretty much the end. They come up short.
Crime and Punishment. They have to
Bunch
get
of cheaters.
They've needed a win so far last couple months to get in.
I mean,
that
Cujo's a
10-team
great
spot.
mix with them. They're all a bunch of cheaters.
They're not cheaters. You just bend the rules just a little bit.
Bend the rules just a little bit.
All
It
right.
shouldn't be bent at all.
Next match: Christopher Kent, the Product, versus America's champion Scott Powers. I didn't care for him. I was the champion.
You didn't.
Anyway, Christopher Kent had this match. He was taking control of this match. And then all of a sudden, here comes
I
Tristan
don't know if he had
Hayes.
exact control of the match.
He did. He told me. Tristan Hayes comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he starts he interferes and costs Christopher Kent the match, distracts him, and Powers hits that American DDT, or what is he called? I don't know.
American?
The American DDT.
It's not German.
It's made in America, I guess.
He's the All-American Scott
That
Powers.
does it look like that? Why would you
But it
say
led him
that,
to another
Jerry?
match. But we got to go to a break here.
What? We're taking a break.
We're going to take a break.
I wasn't
between
done.
here.
I don't
think he's still
He's still talking about the match, man.
We need to go to a break.
He's got like 5 more minutes of dialogue.
Yeah, you heard him talk?
Anyways, hey Fire Pro fans, we're going to take a quick commercial break here. You're going to see some cool videos. Maybe I'll be in it. Maybe this guy will be in it. Some redheaded chick, I don't know. I don't think you're in it.
Probably not.
Well, we'll see you in a minute.
mention to see if I can get your attention. Now I want to drop some information, just a little additive to your education. I live my life by the code of the funk, 600 watt F18s in the trunk. When I'm on the street, you gotta feel.
Hi, guys, oh! It's me, Latino Craziee.
What? Were you in there?
And play my intro music. And we're back. Thanks for joining me here for the Latino Craziee interviewing show where I, Latino Craziee, do interviews of people from Fire Pro. Today's guest is James Lawrence III. Thank you for joining us.
Did you just think this place up? Was that you?
James, the folks at home want to know, who are you?
You just said, I'm James Lawrence III.
Very good. Now, James, what do you do here at Fire Pro Wrestling?
You know what I do.
This is for the fans at home that might not know you as well as your good friend Latino Craziee does. James, what do you do here at Fire Pro Wrestling?
I commentate the matches with Latino Craziee.
And then?
We filmed the recap show afterwards.
And then?
What else do you want?
James Lawrence III, where do you see yourself in 5 years here at Fire Pro Wrestling?
What kind of question is that?
Obviously nowhere. Poor James. One last question, James. What is your favorite thing about working here at Fire Pro with Latino Craziee?
The moment I'm done working with you every time.
Because then you're just one step closer to working with us again. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's episode of Latino Craziee Does Stuff and Interviews and Talks to People. Catch us next time right here at the Fire Pro YouTube page or on the Facebook page if that's what you're watching. Say goodbye, James. Goodbye.
We're back, folks. Now that before I was so rudely interrupted, I was trying to say you can catch us on youtube.com/FireProWrestling219, and for all the information and news, Facebook.com/fire.pro.wrestling.
Very well done, James. It's like
Exactly.
you practiced that forever.
I know my stuff.
Why
Now the
did
next,
you write it down?
I didn't write nothing down. Now the next match,
Hey! The next match after that, it was kind of similar to that match that James was talking about, except it wasn't. It was Kenny Courageous was out there.
Come on.
He took on Tristan P.S. Hayes before I was so rudely interrupted by Jufro.
What?
Would you let me do my thing? We're trying to tell the folks at home what happened. So I think a Gestapo in here.
Go on.
Tristan Hayes and Kenny Courageous, they fought. Kenny was not happy about Tristan Hayes coming out during Christopher Kent's match. They were bashing heads, going back and forth. That happened, I saw it.
I was there.
And it came down to Kenny Courageous. He tried many times to pin Tristan Hayes with the rope and hold the tights. But then Tristan got mad, and he rolled up Kenny, and he held the tights, but he actually got the 1, 2, 3.
So we
Look, he
cheated to
got
win.
what he deserved.
Hey,
You know
Kenny
what? You
Courageous
see that?
cheated to win.
Hey, somebody punches you in the ring. You think I'm not going to punch him back? You're wrong.
He's a good guy.
You know, you can only take so much. You're going out there to wrestle, and somebody turns into a fight, which happens most of the time. You got to fight.
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta use dark tricks to get the win.
Dark tricks. I don't want to hear about that.
Well,
Very
all right,
dangerous.
Gary.
Dark tricks.
Anyway.
But anyways,
Question
James,
back.
why don't you tell us about the
That's
semi-main
his next
event?
segment.
I was trying to say it. The next match was the all-natural Jamie Crisis, Mr. Vegetarian, taking on Brandon Michael Kent, the Impact Champion. What are you doing?
He's always got to be on camera, okay?
So Crisis was fighting and putting up, controlling the match almost, but all of a sudden BMK kicks out of his Crisis hotline, kicks out of the backstabber. Crisis just had all these moves. BMK, I don't know how.
BMK was, after those moves, I just had to say BMK was just giving it to him.
It was.
I mean, he was kicking him, he was headbutting him. I mean,
He gave every move in the book.
oh man,
Trying to
it was,
beat up this poor
it
guy.
was a true strong style kind
I'll
of
admit
match.
it. The champion finished it with his F5 and pinned Crisis, and he's still the Impact champion. Who's his next opponent? Nobody knows.
We don't know.
Didn't get a chance to use his lettuce.
Yeah. What happened with that?
Oh,
What was the lettuce?
yeah, and then thank you. And then all of a sudden the fans, after the match, BMK's telling them, go ahead, throw stuff at him. So they're throwing lettuce. The fans started picking up the lettuce from earlier, throwing it at Crisis. And all of a sudden, when they run out of the lettuce, they start throwing rocks at the poor guy.
Rocks.
Rocks.
I didn't
All
see
All right,
that.
Crazy, why don't you bring, you know what time it is, buddy?
It's about time for me to get a lot. Hey, folks! It's main event time here for Fire Pro Wrestling Block Party Brawl. Perry Davidson,
Yes.
why don't you tell us about the main event?
Here it comes. Main event. Brentley Alexander Dawson, or BAD, and Davey Addict taking on the Fire Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Dave Allen and our man Stonehand Slater Wallace. Stonehand, go and tell us what happened.
Tell you what happened.
You were there.
Well,
You did?
I came out. I was kicking butt. Dave was too. And at the beginning we're beating them up. They tried to attack us, from behind when we were first coming out there. They thought they were, going to get the upper hand. They didn't. Dave Allen got in there and they used their slide tactics and started beating up Dave for a little while.
They almost won the match. They had you on the outside, the muscle, and they were controlling Dave Allen, the champion. They almost had a victory there.
Almost.
You guys
Yeah,
seem
no
to have
cigar.
differing opinions on what happened.
He was getting hit in the head. You don't remember?
Is that true?
So when I came out, when Dave finally tagged me, I got in there, bam, bam, beating him up. I go up to give Davey Addicts, so Dave grabbed the flawless victory, I'm sorry. He grabs it for it, bam.
Flawless victory.
Not to mention, poor Jinx did break his hand, which we feel sorry
His
for.
name's Davey Addict.
Davey Addicts. I'm sorry.
Now
I gotta
ask
remember name
Davey
changes.
Addict.
Addict.
And we're keeping it real here, folks. Mr. Davey Addict. I'm sorry.
Only one.
I only knew him by his old name. I'm sorry, but Davey Addict. So he has broken his arm. But after that, Brentley Alexander came in, hits me with the chair. I'm not sure what happened after I got hit with the chair. All I remember is getting back up.
I remember you started a dance party.
Sweet rave party?
That might not have
No,
happened.
he didn't start a dance party. Dawson came in the ring and said, Dave Allen, you're the hero. You got a chair. Why don't you hit me with it? Come on, Dave Allen. Hit me with the chair. And all of a sudden,
Right.
Dave Allen hits him with the chair. So much for the happy little hero that everybody thinks he is. He
So-
took the chair and he swung it right at Dawson's head.
You have to use
So-
our tactics sometimes.
So we may have lost the battle technically, but I think we still won the war. Because after he got hit with that chair and got up talking smack, he forgot somebody was still in the ring, I remember.
Was it the ref?
Oh, no. It was Mr. Stonehand Slater Wallace himself. Grabbed him, gave him the choke bomb, thanking him for that little chair shot he gave me.
Very interesting, if true.
I don't think it's over though between Dawson and Allen. I don't think this is over by a long shot.
Dave told me himself he's not done with that little punk.
Good.
After the match, he's telling me he wants to take him on one-on-one.
Dawson's ready. He's got the last
waiting
man
for
standing
that
trophy.
moment.
He can cash that in and get a title shot anytime.
He dropped his clubs and got a trophy.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's all the time we have for this week, folks.
Click
Thanks for
subscribe.
joining us. Click subscribe, as this jerk said, interrupting me. This guy here,
Are you drunk? James Lawrence III.
and I'm everybody.
Latino
Craziee.
Crazy.
And this guy,
Perry Davidson.
and that guy,
Stonehand Slater Wallace.
and I'm Latino Crazy. We'll see you next time. I don't want none of your guff this time.